Hello, hope you guys are all doing well. So today is July 31st, and to all of you fellow Criterion collectors out there, that's a significant date for you guys because today is the last day of the 50% off Barnes& and Noble sale for Criterion DVDs and Blu-rays. And this month I did actually get a couple of DVDs half off, and I'm going to show you guys my little haul that I got today. But first, I thought that I would share with you guys just a brief recap of my collection. So in case you haven't seen my last video, this is going to be basically the collection that I had so far before the month of July. I'm not going to go through each title, describe it specifically. I'm just going to name them one by one, and then we're going to get into the titles from this month. So let's just get right into it. All right, so as you can see, I made a little makeshift shelf on my in my closet. So I have a literal Criterion closet. So I'm just gonna name off the titles one by one, and then I'll get into my July titles. So it's Seven Samurai, Silence of the Lambs, High and Low, Do the Right Thing, Notorious, In the Mood for Love, Dazed and Confused, 12 Angry Men, On the Waterfront, City Lights, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, Inside Llewyn Davis, The Graduate, Barry Lyndon, The Breakfast Club, Princess Bride, Some Like It Hot, Jackie Chan's Police Story and Police Story 2, which I still haven't seen Police Story 2, All About Eve, Roma, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Marriage Story, Parasite, Might Need a Gap, Memories of Murder, Uncut Gems, and then Guillermo del Toro's Trilogia del Guillermo del Toro, Kronos, Devil's Backbone, and Pan's Labyrinth. All of these basically are movies that I've seen already and I've already had in the collection prior to July. And now I'm going to show you guys what I got in July. And as you can tell, just in case you're wondering about the spaces, some of you probably already figured this out or knew this, but the spaces there are where I'm going to fit the titles I got from July. I'm organizing them by spine number. Alright, so now I'm going to share with you guys what I got from Barnes& and Noble for the month of July. Got these all half off, obviously. Actually, this first title, I didn't get it from Barnes& and Noble. So this first title, I got it at a used bookstore that's like 20 minutes away from my house, and it was on sale for $1. And that is Wes Anderson's The Royal Tenenbaums. So I don't love this movie as much as other Wes Anderson movies, but I really did like it, and I've been meaning to want to give it another chance. So I decided to get it because, I mean, $1. I mean, yeah, come on. So next up is the rest of these I did actually get from Barnes and Noble. The Night of the Hunter. So the Night of the Hunter, a lot of people say this is like one of the best horror movies ever made. Personally, I see this more as a thriller, which is better for me because I really usually don't like horror. But this movie really isn't that scary to me. It's more intense, but it's a great movie. It's the only movie that the great actor Charles Laughton directed, and Robert Mitchum is fantastic in this. And yeah, it's a great movie with some pretty good child performances. So when I went to Barnes and Noble, I considered getting a few titles that I didn't end up actually getting. I considered getting Blue Velvet by David Lynch. I thought about it. The special features and box set were really enticing to me, but ultimately I decided not to get it because even though I think it's a great movie, it's not a movie that I'm really eager to watch again. The movies I get, I want to get either movies that I've seen already and also that I know for a fact that I'll usually or always be in the mood to watch. And Blue Velvet makes me really uncomfortable. There's sequences in it that I would honestly rather not watch again, even though I think the overall movie is great. But another David Lynch movie that I definitely want to get, Mulholland Drive. Fantastic movie. Absolutely incredible. I really like the design of this too. I opened it up as you can see, and the booklet is great. The design is great. Haven't watched it yet, this version, but I know it's going to look fantastic in 4K. And I considered also getting a few other titles like The Worst Person in the World, and I also ended up selling Paris, Texas, and Hoop Dreams. In case you're wondering, in case you did see my last video and were wondering where Paris, Texas, and Hoop Dreams were, I ended up selling those, just like I did with All That Jazz and Good Morning. Those are great movies, Hoop Dreams and Paris, Texas, but ultimately I decided to sell them because, well, two reasons. One, to get more money to buy movies that I know for a fact that I would want to always be in the mood to rewatch, and also, like, kind of like the first reason, I want to get stuff that I know for a fact that I always want to rewatch. But those are great movies, but I just decided to sell those. Yeah, I considered getting a bunch of titles. I usually don't like to blind buy. At the time of recording this video, this next title would be considered a blind buy. I'm hoping that I really like it. I decided to take a risk just this one time. I know I said before that usually I just want to buy movies that I know for a fact I want to rewatch, but I have a feeling that I'll end up liking this one. It's The Incredible Shrinking Man. I opened it up. The inside looks really, really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. And last but not least, I gotta I gotta represent my boy Bong Joon-ho, Okja. I know this is on Netflix, and I know Marriage Story and Roma are also on Netflix, but just Okja, just I had to own this. I also did consider getting The Irishman, but ultimately I decided to hold off on The Irishman. Oh, and Elephant Man too. Well, actually, no, Elephant Man I didn't get because there wasn't a Barnes& and Noble near me that had it on DVD, just Blu-ray, and I don't own a DVD, Blu-ray player. I will get Elephant Man next time. But yeah, basically that's it on all the titles that I got for Barnes& and Noble, and also just a quick recap of my collection. So now you can see it's here more organized. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any space for Incredible Shrinking Man because my closet is kind of blocked off on both sides, but I still think it looks pretty good. And I want to know what you guys got in the month of July. If you are Criterion collectors as well as I am, what you got from Barnes& and Noble this month, half off. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time, hopefully soon. Bye.